Hello there, my name is Rich. For the first time you see my channel, use review cartoon series, anime series, so something completely random. And today we're going to talk about an OVA special called The Spooks of Kishibe Rohan. I'm 100% sure the people who watched this special or don't know what it is on Netflix got confused. If you don't know, let me explain. It's one of the few things, it's sort of a spin-off series of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But you need to know anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yes and no. The only thing you probably get confused in here is Rohan himself, his special ability. That's a show they really don't go into detail, but to understand especially JoJo main thing is everybody has this sort of this special creature called a stand. It's almost like a ghost in a way, but this ghost is going to represent of the person who has certain specific personality traits that is say if you currently you work for her be shielded, the ghost becomes more like a tank kind of creature who only protects, and you have to figure out how to use that ability to defend yourself in a stand fight. And Rohan is more like a writer of manga, so it makes sense his stands main ability is actually read people and rewrite their sort of personalities or sort of memories of the day or years if he wishes. Of course, each stand has sort of a limit to their special abilities, but once more, that's not the focus. I just explaining because some people who watch this OVA or this on Netflix, they really got more confused. They understand what is this, why he have this special ability. Just to let you know if you don't know. Besides this that, 4-part OVA was pretty good, especially was actually based on a one-shot manga. If you don't know what is one-shot, especially a comic book or manga who has a sort of idea from the writer, but they can't really put it in the main story because it doesn't fit or the pacing is sort of off. So usually they decide to do one shot, something that you could put any time period you want when you think should be here, but it really isn't. But it give you at least understanding of the character or the idea they want to introduce in the story. That's what I call was one-shot manga or one-shot comic. That sort of idea they want to present, or at least understand a little better of a character. And that's what it is. It's about Rohan sort of develop the character. And this sort of was sort of accidentally popular, so popular they decided to have a second shot because people wanted it. Now, Rohan himself is a character who likes weird, spooky stories, something to sort of kind of give him inspiration to write his manga. Of course, the guy goes traveling over on the place to understand or at least be inspired of new stories. And that's basically a mythology story that I wasn't sure if this OVA can actually execute it because it's sort of odd and strange how you do it, especially a rocky sort of storytelling that you don't know if they can nail it or not. All the worries sort of fall off because each shot did it right. Each episode was perfectly well made, and I was sort of completely satisfied because of that. Especially how if I know what's about to happen, this still made me a little nervous watching it. It's one of those things I had to say is the anime did it better than the manga. I know that's sort of a controversial thought. I just said it. This OVA did it better. I'm just putting it out there. Hate me if you want. But besides that, I really enjoy it. Especially, I think my favorite episode of this was the only daughter of a family who has all the fortune, the one who have to marry someone else. He had to dump his boyfriend, but she doesn't want to. How she kind of accidentally kill her boyfriend. Yeah, I was like, okay, I've never seen this episode. I never read the second shot, so let me see if I could get into it. And I did, because I wasn't expecting to kill his boyfriend and what happened to the boyfriend, and you find out what Rohan finds out. This creature is basically you say a virus in a way, of sort of a creature who just sort of dies right in front of you so you can basically provide for it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was sort of blew me away. Yeah, how much I enjoyed this episode because the constant blood in the certainty it just delivers. I'm like, yes, I love this. Of course, the other 3 episodes were also pretty good because, be fair, I just saw the first shot, so I know what can happen in the other 2 episodes. The first episode, like the old peasant man die by the sandbag and the twist would happen. I wouldn't ruin it, I won't spoil it, but I really know what's about to happen. I know about the twist, so it wasn't didn't surprise me, but it's all about the execution. That what happens, that sort of competition of the man who let the other man die by the sandbag. And that sort of game, like, yes, I just was hyped. I was in my seat. Even I already know what's about to happen, I still enjoy it. The third episode is, in my opinion, the most interesting one. It's the one about the one, or Rohan sort of got kind of tricked to follow this editor to this apartment she wants because it has sort of locked a certain way, and you find out it's sort of a cursed, God protected place. You have to be perfect etiquette, that you have to know how to sit down, you know how to drink tea, you know how to have understanding of every little etiquette just to go in the house to even buy the apartment. In that I was like, okay, where were you going? This is another episode I didn't read the second shot, so I have no idea what's going on. But it really hooked me. But the twist, why you had to be this etiquette. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how the other characters who actually did buy their apartment, what did they need to do? How much stuff they actually lost just having this house, even getting that perfect etiquette. And that was sort of interesting in how Rohan get out of it. That was sort of laughing my ass off. Like, that was brilliant and interesting, and that was just mind blowing. That was my not my favorite episode, but it's the most interesting one. This one really hooked me down to watch. Now, the fourth episode wasn't the best. In my opinion, it was technically the most weakest one, but to be fair, all four episodes was well executed and well made because I was so surprised. But besides that, the fourth episode, in my opinion, was sort of the weakest because all about a competition about Rohan and this other athlete that he was sort of excessive, being perfect body, building and keep training over and over again. Also, sort of technically kind of taking out his competition of very questionable ways because I don't want to spoil it, so I just leave it like that. But besides that, when Rohan and this athlete go one-on-one, that sort of race and what happened to it, I was satisfied, but not to the same level of the rest of the four episodes because I knew what was happening next, but it was well executed. I have to say, kind of yes, because it was body humor, body horror. Yeah, I like that. But once more, I want to see a little bit more body horror, a little bit more. I mean, it was a tad here. I wanted a tad more. But besides that, I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. I don't know you. Did you hate it this fourth episode, or you feel indifferent? You think it was the best episode? Comment down below. Tell me which is your favorite episode of this anthology show. Besides that, I really got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.